Natchitoches, how'd I do?
Pretty
Saying
good.
it.
Great.
Was that pretty close?
Yes.
All right,
Perfect.
thank you. It's so good to have you with us today, and I will tell you that it takes some courage to sometimes to walk into a room like this, but I've read your community story. You're doing great things, and this is a great opportunity for us as the All-America City jury, but this community out here to congratulate you and honor you for what you're doing. So know that we want to hear what you have to say, and it's important to us. So are you ready?
Yes, we are.
All right, give us your presentation.
Good afternoon. I'm Cynthia Sutton, Executive Director of the Cane River National Heritage Area in Natchitoches, Louisiana. And I'm joined by Samantha Bennett, Main Street and Public Relations Manager for the City of Natchitoches, and Rebecca Blankenbaker, Project Coordinator for Cane River National Heritage Area. We're very excited to be here and really thrilled to have this opportunity to share our story with you. Natchitoches is located in the northwest corner of the state of Louisiana in an area known as the Arklatex. The city of Natchitoches lies along the scenic and beautiful Cane River Lake and has an economy that's heavily based in heritage tourism. Home to the Cane River National Heritage Area, a National Historic Landmark District, a national park, multiple national historic landmark properties, and state historic sites, Natchitoches and the Cane River region are well known for their historic Creole architecture, traditions, and culture. In recognition of the annual Christmas festival and its very elaborate light displays and fireworks, Natchitoches has come to be known as the City of Lights.
And if you come to Natchitoches, what's the one thing that we're famous for? If you ask anyone, they'll tell you, in addition to our annual Christmas festival and 300 years of history, that Natchitoches is most famous for our meat pies, a buttery, crispy, fried crescent pie filled with ground beef, sausage, onions, bell peppers, and spices galore. Delicious, but maybe not the healthiest. A 2005 community assessment report done by the Rapides Foundation showed that 70% of adults in Natchitoches Parish were overweight, with 36% of them classified as obese. In addition, 30% of children were considered overweight based on the weights and heights reported by parents, and more than 1/4 of all adults surveyed reported absolutely no physical leisure time activity. Something had to be done. In 2010, the City of Natchitoches' Recreation and Parks Department launched the Get Fit Natchitoches initiative. The campaign was designed to create opportunities to lead healthy, active lifestyles for all of Natchitoches' citizens. The campaign hoped to position healthy lifestyles as a norm for Natchitoches by providing knowledge of healthy living principles and access to free programming. In order to do this, Get Fit Natchitoches needed the support of the community at large. The city partnered with several organizations, including schools, churches, the Cane River Green Market, Cane River National Heritage Area, Northwestern State University, several run-walk clubs, and even the Natchitoches Humane Society. Get Fit Natchitoches included enhancements to community parks to include walking tracks, free group-based nutrition and exercise programming, and healthy lifestyle training curriculums for all ages, including Smart Bodies, a 12-week program designed to help prevent childhood obesity. Other activities included Jumpstart Your Fitness in community parks, healthy cooking support groups, and participation in Turn Off Week, a nationally recognized week in which the community is encouraged to turn off the television and video games and engage in healthy physical activity with family and friends. The City of Natchitoches continues to emphasize healthy lifestyle choices. Annual events such as the Meat Pie Triathlon, Relay for Life, and numerous 5Ks offer residents an opportunity to stay active throughout the year. In addition, the Natchitoches Parish Wellness Coalition was formed to address childhood obesity in the school system, and the Dare Youth Health Fest is held annually for parish 6th graders. Bike Natchitoches is currently working on a bicycle master plan to implement complete streets into the city's infrastructure and to address issues of bicycle and pedestrian safety. The Cane River Green Market continues to offer residents an opportunity to buy fresh, locally grown fruits and vegetables, while also offering free Zumba classes at each market and healthy eating programming as well. The Cane River Green Market currently accepts WIC and Senior Farmers Market Nutritional Program vouchers and will begin accepting SNAP benefits in the fall 2013 market so that all of our residents have an opportunity to healthy eating choices.
The city of Natchitoches also has a rich military history. Beginning in 1714 with the establishment of the French fort Saint-Jean-Baptiste, Natchitoches quickly emerged as a bustling outpost on the colonial frontier. Nearly 300 years later, and our military connection is still strong. With our proximity to Fort Polk in Leesville, Louisiana, Barksdale Air Force Base in Shreveport, and the former England Air Force Base in Alexandria, Louisiana, thousands of military choose Natchitoches as their home. Many of them come to know our city through Northwestern State University, our city's institution of higher learning that prides itself on its work to assist members of the armed forces in achieving their educational goals. Named as the top military-friendly school in 2010 and again in 2013, Northwestern is in the top 15% of colleges, universities, and trade schools nationwide with support programs for the military. Through Louisiana's first and largest online degree program and online class delivery system, Northwestern allows military personnel and their families the opportunity to complete a degree from anywhere in the world. And because of the flexibility required by today's military personnel, the faculty and staff at Northwestern work closely with each individual student as they work to complete their degree. In addition to helping our military achieve their educational goals, the community of Natchitoches has also worked to achieve the best quality health care for our veterans. When the Department of Veterans Affairs looked to expand in our region, the community of Natchitoches campaigned fervently. As it stood, many of our residents had to travel over an hour to the nearest VA hospital. This made care inconvenient. Many of them couldn't afford to travel that far, and most went without care for long periods of time. This changed in 2010 when our community-based VA outpatient clinic opened its doors. Our clinic offers services in primary care, including gender-specific care for female veterans, general mental health, and specialty mental health, including post-traumatic stress disorder and substance abuse. The staff at our clinic is proud to serve our veterans. They work hard to form personal relationships with each of their patients so that they receive whole person care and achieve lifelong health and wellness. Lastly, despite our reputation for honoring our history and celebrating our heritage, the city of Natchitoches has lacked a central place that honored our veterans. In 2012, a group of citizens came together to rectify that situation. They partnered with our local VFW, post-1962, and quickly drummed up support from the state, the parish, and the city officials, including they also gained support from local civic organizations, area businesses, and Natchitoches residents to develop a park in the heart of the National Historic Landmark District. This park serves as a memorial to our veterans and serves as a place of reflection for our community. It also serves to teach future generations about the sacrifices our veterans have made. Currently, construction is underway. The flag is raised, the first bricks are set in place, and the community of Natchitoches anticipates the opening of the Natchitoches Parish Veterans Memorial Park on Veterans Day 2013.
Natchitoches does partnerships, whether it's to deal with healthy living for its citizens, to honor its military, or to plan a celebration. The city of Natchitoches embraces a long tradition of working together to achieve its goals. And yes, we are planning a celebration. In 2014, Natchitoches will commemorate 300 years of history as the oldest permanent settlement in Louisiana purchase. We're older than New Orleans by 4 years. Don't tell them. As you all know, Louisiana is famous for good food, good music, and good times. And as you can imagine, the local community and all of its stakeholders are planning a very aggressive calendar of activities that will showcase the traditions and cultures that enrich our area. French, Spanish, American Indian, Caribbean, and African roots are all represented in Natchitoches. We hope you will travel to Natchitoches in 2014 and join us for our celebration. On behalf of Mayor Lee Posey, our City Council, our Parish President Rick Nallen, and the citizens of Natchitoches, young and old alike, we thank you very much for this opportunity to share our story.
Thank you, thank you. story and what's going on in your community and the excitement that's there. I think Christine has the first question.
Glad to. Thank you for sharing a story of a part of the country that I don't know well. You paint an absolutely beautiful picture. It's very clear how you feel about it, and the fact that you did it without one note is extraordinary. So congratulations. It's beautiful. Beautiful done. I am really intrigued by your Cane River Green Market and the partnerships that you have put together with the fact that you're now going to be able to accept SNAP and do some. How is that governed, and how did those particular partnerships come about? Because you don't see that often.
The Cane River Green Market is actually run by the city of Natchitoches now, and we received a Blue Cross Blue Shield grant that provided funding so that we can have the SNAP machines and the EBT machines so that we can accept, the SNAP benefits. And it's really cool what we're doing with that, because when we start in the 2013 fall market, we'll be able to match up to $20. So if they spend $20 using their SNAP benefits, the city will also give them $20 back so they can actually get $40 worth of produce. So it's really something that we're just trying to make everyone come out and be a part of the green market. We have our local produce vendors that come every market, and it's open every Saturday, and they have anything you can imagine, from fruits and vegetables to salsa to milk and eggs and cheeses, all these homegrown things. And it's just a push to get the community to actually buy fresh, buy local, buy healthy. And so by extending the opportunity to buy at the market using your SNAP benefits, we're able to reach those people who are living in some of our food deserts who don't normally have access to healthy fruits and vegetables. So we're really excited for it, and that will take place in this fall market.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brett?
My question was along those same lines, and thank you for being here. You did a great job. You mentioned partnerships, and you're known for your partnerships, and you mentioned great food in Louisiana, and you spoke a little bit about the food deserts and that initiative, and I think it's in your application that 35% of people live in either a food desert or some sort of poverty. How's that initiative going? What are some of the results you've seen from that?
Well, just some of the results that we've seen is we have more traffic to our market, and people are more aware of healthy cooking techniques. We had a healthy cooking support group that gave instruction on how to prepare these normal, rich Louisiana foods that we're so accustomed to, but using better ingredients for you, not so heavy on the salt or the greases, and just to make it healthier for you. By extending the SNAP benefits, we're having more people who weren't normally able to buy fruits and vegetables to come out and to participate. And also a big part of Get Fit Natchitoches was to have free programming so that there wasn't a cost involved. So anyone could come out and participate in these activities. We went to the communities where the food deserts were and did the exercise in the parks and the programming in the park, so that if they weren't able to travel maybe across town, they were able to come out to the park and also learn about how to do healthy eating, healthy living, healthy exercise programming. So that was a big push to make it accessible to all people.
Hugh, I believe you had a question.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. That part of America down there, Texas, that has gone through a lot of kinds of population movements, starting back in about 1860, and then, because I know the 10th Division of the Buffalo Soldiers operated in that area around 1900, and then the Air Force bases and things, the military came in. But was there a big population shift, especially among African American population in that area, away from Louisiana and out to California, to Michigan, to the big cities, around 1950 or something like that? Did you?
Yes, that's correct.
And so then, has the hurricane impacted your area?
We are so far away from the coastline. We do get an impact from hurricanes. We can get tailwinds, we can get storm damage that way, but where we have been protected mostly by location, we are on the hurricane evacuation route from New Orleans. So we've had, during Katrina and during Rita, we had people that were basically leaving their homes that came that far north in order to have safe shelter. So we haven't had the impact that they do along the coast exactly. But we did have a migration out of Louisiana and out of the deep south in the 50s, and that was echoed in our area. But Natchitoches is...
But it changes the economy.
It changes the economy, but Natchitoches actually is unique. Because the population there, yes, we have a diverse population, but we have a culture that is built around family, community, and church. And even though some have gone far away to pursue careers in the military, in the corporate world, in the industrial world, they have a tendency to come home. And they've come back to the community, and they've brought skill sets with them that have certainly enriched the community as well. We're very blessed that way.
I'm just really interested in your Get Fit initiative. So that's been going on a couple of years, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Are there some tangible measurements that you know that can talk about its success?
Yes, when we started this, the community assessment report noted that 36% of our population was considered as obese. Recent statistics by the U.S. Health and Human Services Department have shown that our obesity rate is actually down to 28%. And so we have made an impact in just the number of people who are considered obese, but even better than that is if you come to Natchitoches and you go out to any of our community parks, they are on any day of the week. You will see people out there walking on the tracks, using the exercise equipment that we put on there, playing on the playground. We made the park so inclusive, and they're in every community. Every community has their own park. We made them so inclusive that now when you go out there, it's not just the kids that are out there playing, but the adults are there too. They're pushing the babies in the strollers, or they're walking on the track while the kids are on the jungle gym. So it's something that's heavily utilized. I mean, our parks are full of activity now. And before we started the Get Fit Natchitoches initiative, the parks, they were destitute. Nobody really used them. They were pretty much an eyesore. But we revamped them, got some new equipment in there, added in the exercise equipment, and people are really going to these parks and utilizing them. And even at the Cane River Green Market, we have the free Zumba class, and I don't know if any of you have taken a Zumba class, but if you haven't, you need to. It is a lot of fun, and we will have anywhere from 50 to 100 people on the riverbank just participating in this 1 hour free class each weekend. The girl that actually does our Zumba classes, she actually utilizes our local skating rink. And you can imagine the size of a skating rink, right? If you go in there on any day for one of those classes, the skating rink is packed with people. You can barely get in there. And so it's just been this Get Fit idea has permeated through our residents that everybody has bought into it. And people who weren't exercising years ago, that's what they do. They look forward to it. It's now a social event. We're going to Zumba class. We're going to get down and exercise. And like the community has really bought into it, and they're really into it. So we're really excited, and we really think the initiative has paid off for us.
That is major exercise too.
It is, definitely.
I went once. I have the turn it off.
Turn off week.
Turn off week. I'm sure everybody began to think of that as kids. I mean, I have some teenage grandchildren. But could you get the adults to turn off the televisions and the computers and all of those things that we also like to have on?
Well, with Turn Off Week, we did focus on the kids in the school. We had outreach programming each week that went into the schools, but we also marketed it as a family time. It's not just for the kids, because if the kids turn off the TV and go outside, well, what's mom and dad gonna do? They have to go outside too. So we had family walk groups that set up. The churches would do like a family walking stroll. We had things that the adults could do on their lunch break to take walks through the historic downtown district. So it wasn't just for kids. We got everybody involved, and we had to, let them know that we all have to turn off sometimes and get back to being active.
Natchitoches, it was absolutely fabulous to have you here. And
Thank you.
You are living proof that you can bring just a few people and share great big ideas that turn the community around. So you need to be absolutely proud of that. And I will say that your one comment that you didn't just do this, build parks. Sometimes we build parks, we build recreation centers, whatever, and we ask people to come. But what you said is you took it to the people.
Yes.
You took it
Yes.
where they were.
We went to the park.
And created those things for them there. So,
Yes.
you know, you are dead on right with what you're doing, and we would have missed you if you had not been here today.
Well, we're
and told
here.
us your story. So thank you very much, Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Thank you.